Z.com to bring you the index recap for July 21st, 2014. As always, please seek financial advisor when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and never move your stop when placing a trade. Let's jump right into our first three indices. NQ, ES. We'll follow up with another couple and then wrap ourselves around the Russell today. As we can see, the most of the session here depicted by the green on top, the 25-minute open range high, the red, the 25-minute range low, and then the solid line below the 1-minute range. Didn't offer much opportunity on all three indices except one trade, West Coast time, post hour and a half, maybe even 3 hours into the session. As we can see, we really bounced around inside, though, from the market open. We were already coming downside, and AD line market internals were heavily in the red, as we can see here on our tick chart. Our tick chart for the majority of the morning session was in the red, but still overall quite interesting, as most of the indicators were in the red. And as we see advancing throughout the day, overall market advancers minus decliners coming up to the negative 750 line. Market breadth at 1.2 to 1, 3 to 1. NYSE was about 3 to 1, 4 to 1 today, but really flat across. But again, a lot of tick counts that were just to the bias, to the upside. So made for a tough day in the Sandbox trading room. But we got one awesome opportunity, several opportunities inside. But as we could see, what are we looking for? We're looking for a 2-bar confirmation. Let's go right to it. This is 2.5 hours post open. I'm sorry, we are here at the 9 o'clock hour. So 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 2.5 hours. We're looking for a 2-bar confirmation. We have piano keys here, but as we go right in, we're inside the range. Here's a 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation at 9:32. We have crossed over already prior on the 534 EMA. Again, we did not have, actually, if you go back here, again, I'm not trading the NASDAQ. I'm looking at the Russell usually, but if you go back here to 854, you have a 1-bar, 2-bar confirmation at 857. You have an EMA crossover at 857. Second, and again, you would have been sliding sideways, but that still would have held you in. Where would your stop be? Your stop would be all the way down here at 39.14 and a half. You would have stayed in the trade and rode it up all the way. If you were looking for another entry, you had another 2-bar entry here at 929.32. You were already 534 EMA crossover. As you can see, the Heiken Ashi candles here, that's what I'm looking for. Solid body, tail up, all the way to the top of the 25 open range, all the way to the top of the 25-minute open range. Pow, nice trade. Same thing on the YM. Looking at the mini Dow here, we're looking for a 1-2-bar confirmation. Your first one here at 802, 806. We look over here on the Heiken Ashi candles. We don't get the 534 EMA crossover until we're at least at 840, and not even until later, 853, 902. Not a great trade, and was only till you had at least this 1-2-bar confirmation towards the top of the range at 10 o'clock, and you went upside. Again, not a great trade. You probably had better luck to the downside in the early morning session, where you had a 2-bar confirmation down here at 709. You already had a 534 EMA crossover and could have ridden this down with an AD line that was already coming down. So here's a nicer trade on the YM. Again, ES chopping across. Who trades this? I don't trade this. That's piano keys. That was signal enough for me to stay out of things like that. You do have a 1-2-bar confirmation here to the downside on the 25-minute open range. 1, 2, very nice. It's 736, and here you are, 1, 2, underneath the range, even better, 1, 2, and solid body tail down on the Heiken Ashi candles that keeps you in the trade. The better of the trades, again, would have been in the later towards the session, where price action at about the 10 o'clock hour, that's 1 o'clock East Coast time, 12 o'clock Chicago time, Midwest. Here you have the 1-2-bar confirmation. 1-bar, 2-bar over the 8-period moving average. That is 10:07. Right here we line up. Look at those Heiken Ashi bars. Aren't those beautiful? Solid body, tail up. That's all buy right up to the top of the 25-minute open range. Pow! And this, you can see what happened the rest of the session. Let's go over to the YG, the mini gold futures. As we could see, it wasn't until after the opening session. We're looking for the EMA crossover and the 534. Really not much here. We do have a 1-2 bar confirmation in the early morning session, and we do not have 534 until at least an hour later, which doesn't give you much of a trade. But if you're looking underneath the range 1-2 at 635, follow it down. Not a bad trade, but again, the rest of the session pretty much chopped. If you look at the mini crude, here we are, the best of the session towards the end. We're looking for a 1-2 bar. This doesn't look very strong here. I'm looking at this. We're inside the range here, and you could see the rest of this just went upside, and it was a beautiful trade. So we're looking at 534 EMA crossover happening at 11 o'clock hour, and it lines exactly right up with the with the 8-period moving average coming up, 1-2 bar confirmation, and the entry to the upside kept you in. All you had to look at was the 534. This kept you in the whole remaining trade. What a wonderful trade. What a wonderful trade. All right, let's jump right over into the Russell. Let's take a look at the big picture first. All right, let's take a look at the big picture. As we can see, 25-minute open range. And by the way, Russell traders and index traders and Jedi traders all alike. Daily gap up above at 1146.4. Never got touched. Sorry there, gap chasers. You didn't get your day today. We were mostly hanging out with the week starting at the week opening price of 1140. Boy, we hugged that for most of the day. Post 30-minute open pivot indicated by the white line. 200-day moving average. We just had a whole host of lines that were giving us chop action in the morning session, whether it was between the 25-minute open range low. We got to a low around CAML4. Never got to the average move down today, which was 1130.6, and average move up 1147.5. What can I tell you? We had a 5 and 0 for last week. That's right, all 5 days last week we hit the lines. We couldn't do it today. All right, I'll take what I can. So what do? We have price action rising up here. How did we get that? An AD line that's posing from a negative 1474 all the way up to 961 throughout the day. Comes up to the negative 750, but really never able to get over that 25-minute open range high, with the 750 hugging that negative 750 line throughout the remainder of the session. Daily pivot, daily gap is our no trade zone. That's right here. Daily pivot, daily gap, which made it difficult to take trades in there. Let's jump right over into our quad of when we take a look at for an entry. 6:30 open. We had a nice entry right from the start. If you take a look here, 1-2 bar confirmation to the upside. And looking at 6:30 opening trade, the Russell is on a tear to the upside. We're looking for the 534 EMA crossover. When does that occur? That occurs at 6:46. That's not till 16 minutes after the open, which makes it quite late. But there it is. 1-2 bar confirmation. That's fine. I'm looking for at least a 50-cent tick upside. We get to the top of the swing size hourly upside pivot line, which I would have taken contracts off. At least half my contracts, move my stop. Where's my original stop? It's all the way down here at 1137.2, the top of the 25-minute open range, and comes all the way back down. The best of the trades, like the remainder of the session, as we could see, this was just hands off in the sandbox. Told the traders, hands off. Nothing really here to trade. Yes, 1-2 bar confirmation, but did that line up with a 534? No, it did not, until, like we saw in the YM and the ES today, what did we see right here? Awesome example. What do we see? We see a 1-2 bar confirmation. Let's zoom in right there for you. How about that, Jedi traders? 1-2 bar confirmation at 10:11. Line it up right here. No, we're at 6:46. We got to slide it over. Where are we? We are at the 10 o'clock. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? 10:11. Solid bar, tail up, all the way up to the top of the 25-minute open range. Excuse me. Papa, we hit the line, and forever for the remainder of the session, it was pretty much sideways and just chop and just kept me out. Yes, that move upside at the 10 o'clock hour followed through on the Russell. So let's put that all together. Ain't that a beauty? When you have patience and discipline, all you have to do is wait for the setup. 1, 2 right there. Line it up. 534 EMA crossover. And what did that all line up with? Look at that. 5 above 13, above 21, above 80. That was the picture of the day. And what did I have on that? Right there. I had AD line coming up all the way. And where was I looking at? I was looking at that 750 line as a line in the sand. And when I line that up, I look at where price is coming up to 750 at the top of the 25-minute open range and 1 hour open range. That was my line in the sand, and I knew either to come out of the trade at that point or at least take most of my contracts off. That concludes today's wrap for you. Feel free to stop by to tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra of know one thing, know it well rings true for all markets, whether you trade the ES or Apple. You say Apple? That's right. Let's go ahead and pull up Apple for a second. We take a look at Apple. Where do we get in trades like Apple? Look at that, right from the open. 1-2 bar confirmation to the downside. Let's pull it up on a 534. You can see it pretty much chopped the remainder of the session, but there it is, right from the open. Nice 2-bar confirmation to the downside. Oh, you can't see that? Let's take a zoom in on that. Give you a little bit of clearer picture. That's right, 2-bar confirmation. This is 630, 631, 632. Plenty of time to get in the trade. This is a 10-tick range chart. Look at that. Ain't that a beauty all the way down to the bottom of the 25-minute open range? Pow! There you are, 632. You would have crossed an entry. I could put up any market here. Same rules apply. My plan will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs, F-I-B-Z. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. Hey, you there. Have yourself a Blue Zone day.